for the love of the game, unwavering support, and the love for our Ghana Black Stars. My name is Huda and this is Del Soka. Now today we will be talking about the Ghana Black Stars and the squad that Otuado has released ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Now with me today to talk about that is, my beautiful gentleman, Frank, who will be helping me today throughout the whole discussion. So welcome, Frank.
Thank you for having me and thank you for welcoming me onto my own channel.
Thanks
for hosting us on the channel.
How have you been? How was your weekend?
I'm good. We are doing well and we are happy that the squad is out because we waited for a very long time now.
Okay, so
we are happy that the squad is in.
Finally in. The squad is finally in. And the thing is, so we've had anticipation as Ghanaians. Every single time there is a list to be released for qualifiers. And today, Otuado has released it. Do you see anything different? Like, what do you think entirely about the list that has been released?
I think it was pretty much same, like as you would say, no surprises in the squad because the squad is full of players that have been in and out of the squad. Either they are making a return or they were out of the squad or they are getting their second call-up. I think the few ones that stood out, the fact that they called Accra Spokes goalkeeper, which is Benjamin Asari. I think he's been great in the league. If you are looking for the best goalkeeper in the Premier League now, I think he deserves it. And also the fact that it looks like now, anytime there's a call-up, there's at least a local goalkeeper in there, and he should be the deserving one. Also, I think there's the Razak Simpson who got a call-up, and I think it's good because Otuado gave him the chance to play. He played in the 2 AFCON qualifiers, and he was great. So for him to get a call-up again means that the coaches reward good performance, which is solid. It's always good when the players know that their performances will be rewarded. So it's good. And also there's the fact that Thomas Partey is returning, because the conversation about the captaincy and all them things. So it was always going to be how he was going to show up and come and play. But this is the word I always say that this World Cup qualifiers. Players are always ready and motivated to play the World Cup qualifiers. And also I think there's another player from the local team, which is his name Kamadini Mahmoud. I always struggle to mention his second name, but I like his first name, Kamadini. He's also he's very good at right back because this squad doesn't have Tariq Lamptey, and a lot of people have asked why. Yes, I think he's injured, so Tariq Lamptey is not in, so we need right back. So I think his call up not bad, and also there's Jerry Free, the young boy who scored a goal that made Otuado run onto the pitch. I think it's good that he's getting called again because at this time, this is the international break, and I always say that it's good when the coaches reward good performances. It makes the other players know that if I perform well, I'll always get a call-up. I think another major talking point is the fact that there is no Andre Ayew. Because this period, Andre Ayew has been performing very well. He's been very consistent for his club side. So a lot of people were expecting Otuado to come. And also the fact that Otuado dropped him for the AFCON qualifiers and we failed to qualify. So at least people were expecting him to come back into the squad. But just as Otuado is, as a German-trained coach, they take decisions and they stick to them. They are very stubborn. In my opinion, I think it looks like it's the end of the road for Andre Ayew, but the head coach always has the last say. You don't know what will happen. Another coach may come tomorrow and...
Is it really the end for a captain, though?
I don't... you see, if the coach, the circumstance at which Otuado doesn't call him makes it very obvious. One, the first time he dropped him, he was playing very well for his club side. He dropped him. We played all the AFCON qualifiers. We failed to qualify. So ideally, you expect him to. We are resetting to go back to. Because he took a decision and it backfired. But he's still sticking to it. Andre Ayew is. If you look at our forwards in Europe, he's one of the best performing forwards.
Yes, I mean you can see him playing exceptionally well
for his
in
club
his
side.
club.
And the coach has dropped him again. And now he has named his brother as the captain of the team. So now, if they've named another captain, whilst you are still the captain then. But so it still lies in the hands of Otuado and fate. Because Otto himself has said once that he may not be in the team the next day, something else can happen, another coach may come and he will call him. But I think apart from that, the other names are the same name. If you look at the defender, goalkeepers, Atizigi, Jojo Walacott, but Asare. You look at the defenders. We have Gideon Mensah, Salisu, Jiku, Jonas Ajete, Razak Simpson.
Yes, and
like,
these are very exceptional players. Well, I am very, very like a big fan of Jiku because when Jiku is on pitch, he definitely knows what he's like. He just knows what he's about. So I can. People are very sentimental as well towards his whole display of emotions when he's about the whole thing. But I think he's very much right to have reacted that way.
I think he's a great, like, to be honest, he's one of them good defenders we can find.
But again, not to cut you short, there is an argument that, those 12 injured players are literally the players that we need for this squad. I was expecting to see Ashmera as well, but unfortunately he's injured. So, would you say the squad that has been released is a very fair one?
Well, yeah, like there's no people don't like this, but the FA president has been on record to have famously asked if there's any Lionel Messi anywhere that we haven't called. But to be honestly, I think this is the squad. Like, these are basically there are some of the names that you may expect them to be in and out. But to be fair, this is always a matter of how the coach will get them to play. But apart from that, I think this is pretty much a fair squad if you ask me.
So are there any expectations? Because there is also a conversation that goes on around and says, with the Ghana Black Stars, you cannot necessarily have expectations with them. It's either they're on pitch, they're just playing as they want to play and they want to be appreciated. So what do you think are just some of the things that the Black Stars and the whole technical team can do better so this becomes a different story to tell during the qualifiers?
They should just win. It's about winning. It doesn't matter whether you do acrobatics, put the ball in the net. I had one man who said, go there and run it at once. Just put the ball in the net and let's go. I think we need to win. We need to win. No matter how they do. It's not about 4-4-3, 6-3. Win the match and be safe. Because at this point, that's what we need. And this is the World Cup qualifiers. You need every game. You need every point to make it count. Because this time around, the first team who tops the group automatically qualifies. So Ghana needs to win. For them to change a lot of things, they just need to get a good result. The players need to come on their pitch and play. I don't think there's no way the players will go on the pitch and say we are going to lose. But sometimes it's about who wants it more, who is ready to make the last tackle, who is ready to go in all out and all them things. So for me, to change anything, they should just do everything possible to win. Otuado should pick the best players and play a system that will favor the boys. One of Otuado's problem has always been how to position the players to play and win has been a major problem for him. And I'm hoping that he'll be able to do it. Be very offensive, because this team is full of players that are very, very offensive. Because someone like Anderson, he's peaking at the right time. He's scoring goals week in, week out for his club side. Right when we are going for the international break, he's scoring. Inaki Williams, Semenyo, currently, in my opinion, the best Ghanaian player in Europe now. He's doing very, very well. So when it comes to the individual players, as I said, we always have them. It's about how to get the boys to play.
But what do you think is happening? Because it's more like on their club side, they're doing exceptionally well. But the moment they get to our pitches, it's like, what story are they telling?
I think it's about coaching. It's always about the coach and how you put them together to play.
But there's been that funny narrative also going on around that our coach Otu is really good at recruiting and not utilizing what his recruits are. So what do you have to say about that?
You see, as a coach, your job starts with scouting, recruiting good players, and it doesn't end there. You see, so when you get the good players, let us know that this guy is good. It's about getting them to do well. Kosiapia was very good with both. He will bring you Kudus, and Kudus will play and play well. He brought us Achu played and played well. That's you see Kosiapia. He will find the players and also help the players to play well. So I think Otuado needs to find a balance. But I've always said, you see, Otuado's challenges. He's young in the job, not young as age. Even as age, he's young in terms of managerial. But the other thing is the fact that he's growing on the job. It's just unfortunate he has to grow with a team like Black Stars, you see. But that's life. life throws at you, and I think it's.
But don't you think, because from how I see it, of course he has his flaws, but I also see it as he's not really given the opportunity to explore what he has to offer. Because
Really?
there are conversations, there are different inputs here and there with him that has to do with the Black Stars. So
for me, I really don't go with that because you can't substantiate it. And also, if you're a coach, at the end of the day, the decision lies in your hands. Like, if I'm a coach and I don't want to play you, and someone tells me to put you in the team and you play and we lose, I don't think I'll still continue being the coach. I would leave the job for whoever is influencing me to come and do it. And I think that's what. So if you stay and you continue to allow people to influence you, and then I think to wrap up, I think this is a solid squad. Like, someone will get angry by me saying solid, but solid in terms of this is the Ghana, that's the Black Stars players that we are looking at. There are no new players like that apart from Christopher Ban. There's no other new player in the squad. So these are players that are already familiar with the national team and the Black Stars, and they know what's at stake. This is World Cup qualifiers. They themselves, they need it as much as the fans and Ghanaians also need the result. So we are hoping that it will be great. We would be going to the stadium. As you are seeing Huda here, you'll be seeing her often on the channel. We'll be going to the stadium to create a lot of content together, and we'll be doing a lot of other content also together. So Huda started, and I'm wrapping up. Until meet again, subscribe to the channel, and bye bye for now.
Subscribe.